Virgo, welcome to your divine guidance for the month of April. So let's go ahead and see what your divine guidance is. But without further ado, Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition. As an intuitive reader, allow this reading to bring clarity, understanding, and confirmation for Virgo for the month of April for their divine guidance. As above, so below. Ashe. Alright, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what your divine guidance is for the month of April. Your divine guidance is Shaman Souls. Okay. Just one moment, Virgo. Just one moment. Alright, let's go ahead and read your spiritual divine guidance. All inquiries, email spiritual guide and light. Alright. Something is ending. Something that has meant a lot to you. Maybe it's a relationship, a phase of life, an identity that no longer suits you. Maybe it's an inner ending that you cannot quite articulate, but you feel nonetheless. This is a symbolic, excuse me. This is a symbolic, just one moment. I apologize so much, Virgo. I just had to drink some tea. This is a symbolic death with a greater purpose. The shaman is a spiritual trained to overcome the fear of symbolic death and instead of avoiding endings, to willingly go through them with the awareness that an ending is simply the other side of a beginning. The shaman learns that endings happen when something new wishes to be born. The shaman knows that this is ultimately for good and has compassion for the human mind that may still feel very uncomfortable and resistant to the process. So even whilst we may accept the change, even with gratitude, our minds might feel uncertain and afraid. We might feel confused or try to cling to what is ending. These are natural human responses to loss, especially when we sense that loss is irreversible and that life will never be quite the same again. Be patient with yourself, be kind, but also know what that new life is happening, but also know that new life is happening for you now, according a higher purpose and loving plan. Your life is meant to change at this time. Be encouraged from the ashes of the symbolic death. You shall rise again. All right, Virgo, that is your divine guidance for the month of April. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.